What's good? So I did take a trade today, but this was probably the worst trading day of my life. So during this video, you will know exactly what not to do when day trading. So let me just go over what I saw when market opened. So I was pretty bearish on the day because there was an SMT divergence here on ES and Nasdaq. Nasdaq was the lagging index, so I was like, all right, I'm pretty bearish. And I see market open, and there was news, there was PMI, but apparently there was some like emergency news or something like that. So, I mean, as you can see, price literally went down like 500%. Like you could have made $1 million if you took that short, but like obviously zero entries, just straight candles down. So that's, I mean, there was no entries there. So and at this point it was 10 o'clock. So I was maybe looking for a reversal. So, I mean, all I saw when market opened was SMT looking for shorts, but I didn't see this candle coming. So I was like, Jesus. And I mean, that candle ended up sweeping out literally every level of liquidity. So once it swept out this very last level, I was like, all right, I might look for a reversal or something. So let's get down into what I was seeing here. Delete some stuff. But okay, so price comes all the way down. I'm on the 5-minute right now, but so I was just looking for, obviously, the sweep, like I said, break a structure. And there was this BPR here, or inverse fair value gap, that I could have taken as a long because it would have been a great reversal, would have hit 2 TPs. Maybe I could have just set it for my final TP, but let's look into this. Literally an A plus fair value gap. We see sweep. And then just on that candle close, I could have entered and I just longed it, but I wanted to see some sort of retrace, like I said yesterday, but never got it. It was just a huge leg up. So, I mean, it would have been a good trade if you could have taken that just straight off the inverse fair value gap and sweep. You would have made some money there for sure. And now let me get into why I am the worst trader of all time. All right, first off, I mean, didn't catch that huge leg down, obviously. And then after I missed this long play right here, this inverse fair value gap, I wasn't too mad because like I didn't really get my retrace or my third confluence, but that would have been a great entry off that candle close right there. So I was a bit mad, whatever. And then there was this BPR that was formed during it, so I was like, whatever, I'll stay in the charts. I was just eating. And price does end up tapping in perfectly to this BPR, wicking it. So I took longs off that. It was so late in the day. I probably shouldn't have taken the trade, but whatever, I took the trade. And look, I mean, it went straight up. So this is my TP1, and then TP2 was right there. But it edged my TP1, came all the way down. I had stops at break even, and then came all the way up again. Was what, like 3 ticks away from my TP1. I was up like $300 at this point, so I was like, bet. Great trade today. I mean, it was late, but I still took a good trade. Sweep, came into BPR, saw break a structure and rejections out of it. Good trade. It ended up legging way down, stopping me out at break even for plus $5 on the day. So I was up 300. Now I got stopped at a break even for plus $5. I mean, and I learned my lesson from last week. Like, just ride out the trade no matter what, because, I mean, and just move your stops to break even. Because last week, I lost out on hundreds of dollars just by taking profits early and ended up riding. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to stay disciplined, just ride it out, let it hit either stop loss or TP1. And as you can see, stopped out. Now, a good trader would just take his one trade and hop off the charts, right? Well, I got stopped out and I saw, well, I shouldn't have done this at all, but I was like, all right, maybe it's just retesting the BPR. Let's try longs one more time. Number one rule, never revenge trade. I should be taking one trade a day, should not have revenge traded. I should have just taken my freaking $5 profit, get off the charts. Even though it sucked, could have made 300 bucks, but whatever, should have just got off the charts. What did I do as a beginner awful trader? Oh my gosh, I took longs again. After seeing the retest of the BPR, I entered off projections right there, and oh my goodness, when I tell you, look at these candles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably 15 1-minute candles in a row, just edging my stop loss like 15 times. So I was sitting on the edge of my seat like, oh my God. And I would have been lost like $150 if it ended up stopping me out there. So I was like, oh my God, I'm an idiot, dude. But as you can see, it literally came right down to my stop loss. I don't know how I didn't get stopped out, but literally during those 15-minute candle spans, like in my head, I was quite literally like, please, market gods, just please don't stop me out. Like I promise I'll follow my rules. I'll never revenge trade. I was like in my head, I was like, please, 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 please. I see it come right down there. I'm like, oh, I'm getting stopped out. And then, oh my God, randomly, we rip up. I'm like, oh my goodness, we did it. So I was like, dude, I'm done for the day. I put my stop loss to break even. And as you can see, I would have been up a ton of money right now. But I mean, I'm just grateful I didn't get stopped out. Literally, like not even a tick away. I don't know how I didn't get stopped out, but I've learned my lesson. Never revenge trade. And I mean, yeah, I learned my lesson, and now I know to just I can't be emotionless. Just don't take more than one trade. Like that was probably the worst 15-minute span of candles I've ever seen. I was just staring at them like about to cry. I mean, not really, but it was crazy. What I should have done, even though edged my TP1 on the first trade, should have just been, all right, it was a good trade, but I got stopped out at break even. Whatever. But went through hell and back, didn't get stopped out. Super grateful. I at least got break even. So made $3 on the second one, so $8 profit today. But I mean, lesson learned. Stick to your strategy. Stick to whatever discipline. I mean, I'll never do that again. So hopefully, I mean, yeah, that's just what I've learned today. All right, trade recap, made $8. Boom. See ya.